Boy, we're having some technical difficulties here, aren't we? You think that I've done this. Did you get yours working, Michelle, on your end?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, so sorry. Looks like I've been doing this long enough. I'd have this together by now, but I guess what can you say? Technology is with us and it's against us. So thank you, Michelle Vazquez, for coming on. The owner of Steel Magnolias, my favorite salon in the whole world. And I might be biased, but I love your salon. And you've been on before, but we kind of touched on because you just have so many different businesses, and we're going to get into those things later on. But I really would like to talk about Steel Magnolias, and we didn't really get to cover it last time. And since I've been going through all this crazy stuff with menopause and my hair, I thought that would be great because you did a great treatment, a keratin treatment on my hair today. I've got to wait 2 more days, right, before I can wash it out. But it feels so much better. Before it was like this big loofah. So it is feeling a lot better, I have to tell you. So I can't wait to wash it out. But anyway, if anyone doesn't know, Steel Magnolia Salon is at the veranda off of 80 next to the Publix shopping center.
Yeah.
So welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate all that you do for the community and supporting small businesses. I think everybody should support you and your magazine and your podcast and all the good things that you have coming up as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm dying to know, we didn't touch on this. Where I'm talking about, I just found out how old you are, and I'm not going to say how old you are, but I don't. You threw me for a little loop there because I was thinking much younger. But you've been doing this for a long time, right?
Yes. For 28 years.
28 years. And how'd you get the name?
So when I got out of hair school, I worked for my mom. Well, actually, I take that back. Me and my mom worked for a lady that owned well, my mom owned Hair Magic Beauty Salon off Palm Beach Boulevard years and years and years ago.
Okay.
And then she sold it and worked for a lady named Debbie, and it was called Little Snipper, where Publix used to be, where City Trends is and all those places across from the Hayloft. So I worked at Little Snipper when I got out of hair school. And then my mom bought that salon about 2 years later. And then 2 years after that, I said to my mom, we got to get off Palm Beach Boulevard. This area is like, going downhill.
I know exactly the area you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, we got to, level this up a little bit. And she was like, no, you're crazy. I've been on Palm Beach Boulevard my whole life. And that's when the Publix at 82 and Colonial, that was all bare land years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So where El Primo's Pizza and Wings is?
Yes.
82 and Colonial?
Yes.
So there was a sign that said Publix coming soon. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, I want to open a salon right there. She was like, no, absolutely not. Nobody's going to follow me. You're crazy. She called her banker. The banker said, no, it's a bad time. So, of course, my mom came back to me and said, I tell you what, if you come up with half the money, I'll do it. Well, really, she thought I wouldn't come up with half the money. And I did. A year later, I brought her $40,000 cash. And I said, here's my part in the first salon. So I hired the builder and we did a build out, and we opened the first location in August of 2003 or 2004, I think. And then 2 years later, we opened Veranda.
Wow.
So, and how we came up with the name was me and her worked late nights together every Thursday night at Little Snipper. And everybody would say, oh my gosh, you remind me of the movie Steel Magnolias, because, mother and daughter working together.
Right.
And it was actually, my sister-in-law back in the day, she was like, you guys should name your next salon Steel Magnolia Salon. So that's how we came up with it.
Okay, I knew I had to have something. I didn't really make that connection, but now you tell me, it's like totally like, duh. I
Yeah.
should that. It's pretty cool. I'm talking about your place is really good. I'm talking about I always talk about your salon. I always get compliments on my hair. And right now, so people know, like I am a fanatic about my blonde and brown, like little get up here. And I can't do it right now because I'm going through this dreaded, I really don't care. I'm going through menopause and it's changing everything. And my hair is like totally drying out. And you guys have helped me from living with well water because I just thought something was wrong with my hair. And then I find out, no, it's well water. So
Yeah.
you guys have always given me great advice. And with Florida country, a lot of us live and we have wells,
Yeah.
or maybe we live in the city and there's just too much chlorine in our water because that's going on too. All kind of stuff, minerals in our water. Doesn't matter if you're on a well or city, right?
Right. Well, I
Or
mean,
we're like getting in
it is
pools.
better really city water, but well water is very hard on your hair. Like a lot of the girls at the salon like to only wash their hair at the salon because, the well water can be very hard on your hair.
Right.
It gets a buildup on it and it's, doesn't process the same. And it's just, will have a lot of mineral buildup on your hair. But we have great shampoo and conditioners that we sell that help with that. Um, Obviously, it's summertime, so a lot of people are going in their pool. And the
Yes.
really best way to keep chlorine out of your hair is to wet your hair with normal water, bottled water if you can, before you get in the pool. And then what happens is it will close the cuticle. So when you jump in the pool, your cuticle can't open because it's already closed and no chlorine can get in it. But if you jump in the pool with, dry hair, then your cuticle will open, it'll suck up the chlorine, and then your cuticle will close and you'll have all that chlorine in there. So that's where it can like get that greenish tint and just be yucky.
Right. Now I'm talking MB. I see that you asked if we're giving hair advice. Yes, Michelle is on here. And just to be clear, because I know most of y'all are from our Eagle Country podcast, Thursday nights, Florida Country. I appreciate you guys always supporting me. So I just want to make sure that you do know that this is a Florida Country podcast with Michelle. You can ask a question. She is here to answer, ask away. We want you to ask questions. I'm told she is a fabulous hairdresser, been doing this for a long time, someone that I trust that takes care of my hair. And I don't trust anybody with my hair. So I also was a salon hopper. This is like my longest marriage with a hair salon.
Well,
I've
that's
been
good.
with you for a few years now. So I'm talking about that's like pretty big deal for me. Do you
I would
have
say
a
it's all
question?
the drinks up. I would say it's all the drinks up front, but I don't ever see you drink them. So I can't.
No, I am. I'm in your coffee. So I got to tell y'all. So first off, she just remodeled her shop. So I don't know if any of you guys have been to her place. It's great. So when you walk in, it's like you can, let's see, you've got all the retail stuff up front. But the best thing is like you have wine, beer, seltzers, water, coffee, um, all kind of stuff. And I'm always in your coffee. Let's see. So MV wants to know, she says she has salt and pepper hair. Can I do a bleach bath on that type of hair?
Why would you want to do that? Salt and pepper hair, everybody is paying hundreds of dollars to achieve that color hair. Why would you want to do a bleach wash? Would be my question.
MV, we'll wait for you. But I'm talking about, you're right. Like we just talked about that with my hair today. I asked you, could I do because my hair is actually, it's not silver, it's white. Right?
Yeah, it
I have
is.
white hair growing out. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Hey, Jeanette. So we'll wait for MB to come back and let us know. I think there's a little lag with people too from the podcast, but I'm talking about it is a good look. Like my mom pulls it off very well, but I don't understand why I got white hair. Everyone has this beautiful silver hair, and I got stuck with white.
Yeah,
And I
but you
can't.
already said you wouldn't want to color it gray anyways.
I wanted silver. Silver's different. Like, I don't know. What do you call that? Platinum? Is that kind of a
Yeah,
platinum?
kind of.
Because I like it. I don't know. I like the. She says she doesn't like the look on me. She likes more of the platinum look. I'm so with you, MB. She's trying
So
to
a
get a
bleach
platinum.
wash would not do really a platinum look because what happens is it could still pull, different tones, but she could do, you know, some highlights and make them platinum to have a brighter platinum experience if that's what she's looking for. And there's
And
certain
for
toners too now that really help salt and pepper hair be more, you know, vibrant and more, you know, of the gray color that you want the silver, and it makes your lighter look more platinum.
nice. So is there
Hi,
anything
my
that
sister-in-law, Jeanette.
is that your sister-in-law, Jeanette Adams?
Yeah.
We always love coming and supporting us, right? My
That's
son
right.
drops by every once in a while. And like I said, most of these people are from Eagle Country, and they're from all over the world. I'm talking some of them coming here from Australia, all kind of stuff. And they're always have been very supportive of me. So I totally appreciate that they've come by tonight and support me and everything. Because the Eagle Country is just taken off. It's huge. We get a lot of people in there. But I have to say, Michelle is giving away a gift card tonight, right?
Yes,
We
I
never know what
am.
she's going to do. You're going to have to hang around because I think what we should do is like they need to pay attention because we're going to ask a question, and then if they get it
Mhm.
right. So Essie, the purple shampoo. She wants the purple shampoo, anything to that stuff. Certain ones there
Yes,
are.
the purple shampoo is amazing, but there are two shampoos that people get confused with. So, purple shampoo is more for yellow tones or how people can just have a yellow tint to their blonde. That will help cancel it out and make your hair more platinum. But purple is not for brassy hair. If you have brassy hair that's more of an orangey color, then you would want to use the blue shampoo. So there's a blue shampoo and there's a purple shampoo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, because I thought that's what the purple shampoo was to get the brassy. I didn't realize that the brassy, you're right, that's more of an orange color.
Yeah. So brass is more of an orangey color, and that will really help cancel out the golden tones.
Mm-hmm.
And then the purple cancels out the yellow tone in their hair.
See, great takes. Purple it is. So she's a purple it is. So
And we sell both of those. So
yes, you have a bunch. You keep up to date, like on the latest stuff, and you have good products in there. And that's another thing I like about your salon.
and we back our products because we want everybody to know that we use every single thing that is on our front shelves, we use on our back bar. So we don't mind if there's something that you don't like. We don't want you to keep it. We want you to bring it back and we want you to exchange it or get your money back. Whatever makes you happy makes us happy. So it's very important for us. Obviously, I tell the stylist, we want you to use something that is very good for your hair, right? So we try to make a very good determination what your hair needs and, through a consultation and all of that stuff. And yes, we will ship it to you, Essie,
Nice. Essie's in Virginia.
wherever.
She's in a little bitty town that she always has to remind me. But yes, Essie says she will ship. So I've been struggling, and I told you that we're starting a podcast called Menopausal Maniacs. And I have really been struggling, and I know somebody might benefit from this conversation, but I thought my hair was falling out, like get ready to fall out. It wasn't that I was losing hair, it's that I've always had pretty good hair. In like the past couple of months, um, you guys noticed like my hair was getting very dry feeling. It wasn't just not normal. And so today you did a keratin treatment, and can you kind of tell them a little bit about like what is the hopes and what is this keratin treatment going to do for me? Which, if anybody saw, like they know my hair. When you know my hair is always up in a clip, that's because Scarlett is having a bad hair day. So that's the majority of my hair days. I only feel good when I walk out of your salon and I'm like, feel like $1,000,000. But then when I have to take care of it myself, it doesn't go very well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's funny you say that, because I'm glad that you do pay attention and you're one of the clients that buy stuff. But a lot of people are like, oh, it's, not how you do it when I get home. But, products is a big piece to the style. My stylists will tell you over the years, I've literally threatened them for not talking about the products. They're like, I'm not a good salesperson. I don't want you to be a salesperson. I want you to discuss what you're using in someone's hair so they are knowledgeable about what you're using. But when you're not discussing what you're using, you should just not use anything at all.
right.
Because you're telling them that they can go down, go home and use nothing on their hair. Because when they get home, they're like, oh my God, it never looks as good as when you do it. That's because you don't use the stuff that I use on it when I'm styling your hair, right?
Right.
But the
Most
keratin
definitely.
is good for a lot of things. The keratin is good for breakage. The keratin is good for split ends. The keratin is good for frizz. It adds protein back into your hair. And depending on how often you wash your hair, it can last 3 to 6 months. So a lot of people love this service. It's going to help it be much more manageable, not as frizzy.
Will my knots be going away? Because I've been having these terrible like knots all in
Yeah,
the back of my hair.
it's going to be much more manageable for you to deal with, for sure.
Okay, good.
You're
Because
going to really like it.
and you said it'll be a lot straighter too for me, which
Yeah.
I'm always
The
looking for.
keratin complex is really one of the best products on the market. It doesn't have as bad a smell. I mean, you can see, obviously, it's a little bit of a process, but it's honestly the least amount of time for most of the keratins, which is why I like it. And the smell is not near as bad as some of the other
Right.
keratins.
And it's a process. Like, so she had to literally, you had to section my hair off in very tiny sections, and you
Yeah.
put the keratin in, you do the whole head. I have super long hair. So takes a little while. Then you leave that in, then you blow dried my hair. And then you have to, after that, you have to flat iron it. And then I leave it in for 2 more days and then I wash it out.
Yeah.
So it is a process. So I'm really excited to see. My husband said my hair looked a lot smoother today. So I'm like, there's no crazy wispy things running around there. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. What other things do you have that you recommend for people at the salon? Like for any, what's like, what all services do you provide?
So we literally just started offering spray tanning, which I'm really excited about, because there's nobody obviously on this side of town that does spray tanning. So we just started that last week. And we have full service pedicures, manicures, acrylic nails, gel polish, dip polish. We do, families, color, highlights, fades, really everything. I mean, the only thing that we don't do is massages or facials.
You need
So,
to get into that.
mm,
Yeah. You don't look like it. Come on, Michelle. You need to add one more thing to your plate. Like, why not?
it's too
Don't you
much.
have a room for that?
No more time.
Just one more thing. So the spray tan, I didn't know that you do that. So this is new.
Yeah.
And what's that like? I've never done a spray tan.
So basically, we have disposable bra and panties that you can put on, and it's important for you to come with no lotion, completely shaved, exfoliated. And then we have a pre-tanner that will help it, last longer, that you can rub on your body. And then we come in and we spray tan you front and back. And then it's better for you to wear like a little sundress or something with probably just underwear, no bra or anything, because you can't take a shower for 4 to 6 hours.
Oh, good
so
Lord.
that
My
it
boobs
really,
would be tickling my toes.
yeah.
How do you just go in there no bra?
Well,
Sorry.
you don't want, marks all over you and everything. But and it lasts, for 7 to 10 days. It gives you a nice tan. So if you're really white and are married to a Puerto Rican like me, I always get a better tan.
Yeah, very white. I'm like, I try to stay, I'm not a big sun person. I try to stay out of it a lot. But I am like, when we go out on the boat, it's like so noticeable. It's like, oh, good Lord. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
wow. Or I love my husband. He wears long sleeves all the time. So it's when he takes off his shirt, it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Spray tans are really nice and they're really popular. I mean, I think it's much better than laying in a tanning bed, you know what I mean? And I'm very cautious of my skin,
it's safe.
as I'm getting older. Yeah, spray tan's very safe.
You, you look great.
Thank you.
Now, who does your hair? Do you do your own?
Um, Believe it or not, I do color my hair a lot, not because the girls can't do it because they're great. I believe Paula did my hair this last time, but I'm
Okay.
so they will all tell you I can barely sit still for 5 minutes. So I literally will just start coloring my own hair so that I can slap it on and get it off. You know what I mean?
Is this your brother? My big sister, Michelle John Moore.
More. He is like a brother to me. He's one of my really good friends. He actually married me and Bobby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Hi, Justine.
he lives in Orlando.
Nice. I'm from Orlando.
He is the vice president of Reebok. So wear your
Oh,
Reebok.
wow. Oh, hold on. Let me hide my Nikes.
I dare not wear Nikes in his house. No.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He's a great, great friend, a great guy, great mentor, a business, person. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. He's the
president
president.
of Reebok. Not me.
Well, I mean, he's moved up so much over the past
This
10,
sounds like
12
something
years
my
that we've
brother
known
would
each
do.
other. I can barely keep up. I'm asking him all the time. I'll be like, can you give me a job? What position do you have available for me? So he tells me all the time he wouldn't be able to work with me, but I don't believe that.
I don't know. I think I would love to work with you on something. I'm talking. We work together. Advertiser and stories and stuff like this, and I just think that I'm amazed by you. You really are an amazing woman, and when you were remodeling, like it's so important to you. Like even when you're remodeling the salon, like everything has to be in its place. You're kind of anal, aren't you? A little bit.
Yeah,
Just
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit. We
I'm
don't.
sure that my family would definitely say that I drive them crazy, but I've gotten much better, believe it or not. The older I get, I'm like, do I really just want to stress about this? But I mean, I do like things to look nice and I like them to be, kind of in their place.
Yes.
Um, but I think we all like nice things and we want to keep our stuff nice. So, but I've
Yes.
been getting a little bit more relaxed because, well, my biggest complaint of my family is I'm a micromanager.
I have the same problem, so I totally understand. I get it. It's
And
like
I'm really tired of being a micromanager. I'm ready to retire.
it is tiring. It's a full-time job doing that, but the problem is with micromanagers is you just can't let go. You like you've done it for so long and you're so set in your ways. I think it's the fear of someone else taking that, and that they might have their own style, and it's just like, oh, you're just like something's gonna go wrong, and it's like,
Yeah.
my husband tells me just let go sometimes and see how it turns out, but I'm always like, I can't afford for it to go wrong. Like no mistakes, but
I'm like, I have finally, hold on, let me just tell my daughter, go to
Both of us are always on our phones. We get in
We
trouble for
do.
being on our phones.
I will tell you that I actually have finally gotten that way with the salon. Like the last couple vacations that I've went on, I have such a good staff in place right now that the salon really, really does function well with or without me, which is the biggest relief in the
Oh
world.
gosh,
Because
it has to
you go
be.
through different things. But Paula really, really helps me out, and Rachel and Beatrice and a lot of the girls, and they're all a great group of girls. And now I feel like, you know, it really runs smoothly without me. This is the last few vacations are the first vacations in 18 years that I did not receive a phone call from the salon, which is actually like miracle status.
Wow.
I do still do payroll when I'm away on vacation. I almost had one of my girls do my payroll this last time, but I just got too much anxiety. So I was like, forget it. So I did have to do payroll in Aruba. But other than that, but I didn't get called not one time my last 3 vacations. So it was like amazing. But
Justine has the Frozen song stuck in her head. Let it go.
oh my God.
Talking about this micromanagers.
You should see the Frozen, the one that has the cuss words in it. It's hilarious.
Oh, really? I gotta go check this out.
F it all, F it all.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally taking it over to the Menopausal Maniac page. I gotta go find it. I'm gonna share it with everybody over here. But you know what? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So I was like a salon hopper like every 5 years. I would go get my hair done like every 5 years because I would go into salons, and my husband is a fanatic about my hair staying long. So he can tell if you've cut an inch off of my hair. So he'll always go, just a little bit. And I would go into places and I'd go, look, just take just a little bit off. Well, you need like an inch. Okay, I get that. I see what you're talking about, but don't take the inch. Just take a little bit. I'm the customer, right?
Yeah.
And they will literally go and cut 2 inches off of my hair. Yeah. So then I wouldn't go back to the salon. That pisses me off. I just, like I asked for you, like I understand it's still, kind of jagged, but just do what I ask.
Yeah. And well, I tell my girls with that exact thing. I literally tell them, I want you to say, what is your inch? Is your inch this big, this big? You know what I mean? Because everybody has a different inch.
Yes, you're right.
And I tell them the same thing that you just said. I don't care if they have 6 inches of split ends. If they tell you they only want an inch, you only take an inch. You can say you have 6 inches of split ends, but I'm only going to take an inch.
Right.
So I get it. Yeah.
No, it's really important. And I'm going to say this out of all honesty. The reason why I stay at your salon is you and Paula, everybody, Angie, I'm talking about, even Angie doesn't do anything, but like Angie B.
Literally, no.
All of the girls there, they all know I love them. But, you, like, I've gone into your place. So I suffer from depression. I have all of my life. And I have gone into your salon in the like craziest mood, and literally I have left there feeling like $1,000,000, no doubt. Like I've come in just bummed out. There's some days, so I'm not a great salesperson, and I struggle to be, even though I'm very outgoing and good with people. My downfall is sales. It's like a phobia to me. Do you know that I can leave your place and I become like I have like an out of body experience. Like I'm some salesperson that just takes over. Like I leave out, it's like my cape comes on and I'm like super salesperson when I leave your place because you give me so much confidence. And it's true though. And I'm talking about people know me from stuff like this, but they really don't know me. And I'm talking. I have people tell me, Scott, I can't believe that you're doing podcasts and stuff because it was very hard for me to do the podcast because I'm always worried about image. I'm always I just struggle with, and I think a lot of women do, and they just aren't open. I'm an open book, so if I say like I struggle with these things, I genuinely struggle with them, and I don't care if someone goes, "Oh, I can't believe she said that." It's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I can try to sell something for my business and get rejected twice. I'm in bed for 3 days. Like I can't handle rejection. And I think like more women, a lot of women, I have a lot of friends that they don't go get their hair done either. And I try to tell them it's a good experience. I'm not telling you to go to my salon, go to a salon because whatever mood you're in right now, you're going to feel so much better unless somebody cuts their damn hair off.
Yeah. I think it's very important for women to take care of themselves in all areas of their life and at least try, because you're right, it makes you feel better. And to be honest, I mean, in all my life of doing hair, I have never not wanted to go to the salon. You know what I mean? I've always loved making people feel beautiful. And it feels really, really good when somebody smiles and you're the reason that they smile. And I've literally had clients come and be crying in my chair and literally say, "Thank you so much for turning, my day around." And we do have a very or big impact on people. And I think sometimes people don't realize, there's only 5 industries that physically touch people, and hairstylists are one of them. And the girls will tell you in my salon, I'm very um, adamant about the experience and putting a warm towel underneath your neck and making
Yes.
sure you get a nice head massage. And I tell them, some women aren't touched at all. You know what I mean? They don't have any physical touch. And physical touch is, a very big love language to some people. And it's one of my primary love languages, physical touch. And I can't imagine,
Yes.
never being touched. And I think that we have such an impact on people and, not only their appearance, but their self-esteem and making them feel better and love who they are.
Yes. I'm telling it is because I'm talking about a couple of times I've just been bummed out. And sometimes I don't even know why I'm bummed out, especially lately. I don't know if I'm up or down anymore. Um, but I come in there and even if it's just talking to the girls in there, because boy, we have some conversations. And that's another thing, like y'all are like therapists in there.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I have told Paula and probably you more things, like more stuff about my marriage or friends or work or somebody that's pissed me off. Like we tell everything, or you're sitting there and then you hear other stories and you're like, oh, it's like you hear so much at the salon. Like it's just crazy what you can hear there. Or I leave there and I go, I can't believe I told her that. Like I can't believe, like, I hope she never runs into my husband. My husband would kill me if he knew I told that.
Yeah.
So, and
people tell us a lot for sure.
let's
It's a
see.
proven fact too that people will tell their stylist more than they'll tell their psychologist. There was this psychologist that decided to work for Matrix, the hair company, because he was a licensed psychologist, and he said he ended up being like a guest speaker at every Matrix event. And he said that the reason that he was so intrigued by the salon industry and cosmetologists were because he said in his practice, he could not believe how many people would come to him and pay for therapy. And he would say, how did your week go? Did you do what I told you? And they would say, well, no, because I did what my stylist said. And he said, I literally heard this so much that I was like, here you are listening to your stylist, but you come to me, a licensed, psychologist or psychiatrist. And so he told us a story about this girl that went to a salon and she wanted to get her nails done and her hair done. And of course, some people are ready to leave by 5, but thankfully, these two ladies decided to stay, and they did her hair and did her nails, and they made her feel so wonderful. And they received a letter 2 weeks later in the mail that said, "Thank you so much for the way that you ladies made me feel. Thank you so much for staying late for me. The only reason I came to get these services was to go home and commit suicide. And because you made me feel like a new person, it changed my mind." And it's like,
Wow.
I tell that story to the staff because I want them to know the impact that they have on people and how important it is to be kind and to be loving and to be nice, because you never know what someone's going through, and
Right.
it's free to be nice and kind.
And that's, you don't find that, like, our world's changing so much, but you bring that up. And my mom just had an experience with this, I think about a year ago. My mom, they own a locksmith business, and she's worked in dental offices for a very long time. And now that she's getting older, she's gone into the business with her husband to help him. And they just experienced this. They were called by the sheriff's department to unlock a door to a home. And this is no, they went there. I can't remember exactly. They went to the house. They met this woman, and my mom said that she remembered her hair was nice. She looked very, very nice. The next day, they were called to unlock the same house. She had committed suicide. My mom said that she wished that if she would have known anything was wrong, but the lady had called them because she couldn't get her safe unlocked. So they were helping her, and inside that safe, she was trying to get papers, and it just never dawned on them. But mom said she remembers that she had just come back from the hair salon.
Yeah, a lot of
So
people do that because they want to look good. It's crazy, but yeah, it's sad, and you know, that's why.
I just couldn't imagine, like, you hear stuff like that. And if you could just reach out and touch somebody and let them know, look, I don't even know you, but I care. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It gets me upset thinking about
yeah,
stuff like that. But
I
I'm
know.
telling you, you do have a great place, and you are an entrepreneur for sure. And we have talked about things, and you're going to come back next week because um, you have a great app, and you are like myself. You are not going to put out anything until it's right. And I'm the same way. I've been working on Florida Country TV. I've been trying to make sure that the episode is correct. It's not exactly the way I want right now. So I just haven't released it. And people go, "Hey, when's it coming out?" It's going to come out, but it has to be right. I don't want it to come out and people go, "What was that all about?" I want
Yeah,
it right. You have a great app,
yeah,
and you've been working on this app for a long time, and it's going to be finished in a couple of weeks. But to touch on a little bit before next week, I'm talking about, you're looking for business people to come in, and if you could kind of tell us, it's called Right Now.
it's called Right Now. You can have anything you want right now within 3 hours. So it's kind of like an on-demand service for personal services or home services. So, Amazon, everybody wants something right now. So, my husband and I actually came up with the idea for the app like 5 years ago. Um, our minds never stop. And we decided to do something with it about a year ago. And now we are in the provider phase, which means we are building our provider database. So we're looking for, newly um, newly entrepreneurs who just opened their own lawn care company or their own car detailing company or their own pool company or electric company or plumbing company, or if they're a new stylist still trying to build their book, or maybe they're a little bit established but they have cancellations or they have openings, or we're looking for tattoo artists and barbers. So for example, I go to the app and I say I want my hair done right now. It's going to pull up all the stylists in the area that can do my hair within the next 3 hours. It'll show me that they're licensed, that they're insured. It'll show me their Google
Wow.
reviews, their Facebook reviews. And you can literally click the stylist that you want. You pay through the app and it'll alert the stylist. Now you have an appointment. The person's on their way. If it's a home service, God forbid you have a plumbing leak, now you can go to your Right Now app. It'll pull up all the plumbers that can be to your house within the next 3 hours. Again, shows you if they're licensed and insured. You pick the plumber and they're on their way. But I will not launch this app until I have enough providers in place. So,
Right.
you know, the app will be done in about 2 weeks. And depending on where we are in our provider phase is when we will launch, because, you know, when you go to use the app, I want the providers to be there for you to use. So, and
Well,
we're getting there.
It's great. It's great. And I'm going to stand by you, you know, behind you for 100% and try to get it out there, because it's really important that you do have multiple providers of stuff that can provide these services, or your app is useless. So
Exactly.
it's, you know, I'm very excited for next week. There is a question Justine asked, and I don't want to bypass her, but she does have a question. She said she's tried using hair repair products on her hair. What can she do? It's extremely dry and damaged due to having neck surgery last year. Kind of what I'm going through, except mine's menopause.
Yeah, yours is probably, Justine, from the anesthesia or medications, possibly, that you had to take. Probably the anesthesia does a lot of damage on your hair sometimes.
Wow.
You can have hair loss. It can be very dry. My mom, you know, had a health crisis, and her hair was really bad for a while. Keratins actually do work for that and will help. But to be honest, any products ever that you're going to use, they camouflage, make your hair feel better. You know what I mean? But there is nothing that actually, you know, takes it away. You can use things to help it. Oh, wow. That was 13 years ago.
Oh, that was Essie.
Um,
No, that's a
I don't
different
know.
one. Justine is the.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So there's really just not a fix, huh? It's just you're constantly.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that will help it, right? There will things like, one of my number one products that I absolutely love right now is this new Redken shampoo and conditioner that came out, and I feel like it's an amazing product. It really helps for dryness and helps rehydrate the cuticle. It's a very, very, very good product.
What's that called?
It's the
Michelle's like, damn you, Scarlett. I have to do it to someone. Big Mama doesn't do it every Friday on the radio. I'm glad I could do it back to somebody.
Let me tell you. Hold on.
She's gonna find it. Hold on, Justine.
Oh, the acid bonding. Yes. See, my sister-in-law, because she buys it from me.
Yeah.
JR, you saved the day. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm talking about Justine. I don't know if you want to go into detail, but honestly, exactly what you're talking about is what's happening to me. Do you see what she said? She said that when she feels it doesn't feel clean and it gets knots up and nappy. And that's what was happening with my hair. And
acidic bonding, the new Redken shampoo and conditioner, and you would want to get the treatment with it and use the leave-in. It's amazing. You see, my sister-in-law said it's the best. She loves it.
Acidic bonding.
Yes.
I've tried that one.
It's in a white bottle. But really, I mean, the shampoo and conditioner is great and the leave-in, but when you get that treatment, like, you can 100% tell a difference. 1,000% tell a difference.
Yeah. No, I noticed a big deal. Paula was using it on mine.
Yeah.
Until my hair really decided just to go, nothing's going to help you, woman.
Yeah.
You should have seen me. I was literally blow drying my hair. And this was after I kept noticing I was getting kind of crunchy. And I kept getting knots in the back of my hair. Like, I felt like every 5 minutes, it didn't matter if I turned my head, my hair would knot up. But I washed my hair and I hit the blow dryer and my hair went into like a bird's nest. It's never done that. And I was trying to get the brush and every time the hair would just go into knots. I called uh Paula in a panic. I'm thinking like my hair's getting ready to fall out.
I think she told me about that. That's funny.
Yeah, I was freaking out. She said, "Can you please send me a message on Messenger what it is so I don't forget?" I will, Justine. I will do that for you. And you said it was. I put it up right above there. I put Redken acidic bonding, but I will go find exactly what it is and get that to you so you will see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got so many things going on, and I'm really excited about this. Like, we're going to get this app. Like, my goal is to bring people from all walks of life because it's a great service. And I think a lot of people are like me, like, I am impatient. I want it now.
Yes.
Right now. I want it.
Yes, right now.
And I don't like when I call.
Right now.
And Paula can verify this. I don't like when I call and say, "Can you fit me in like the next hour?" No, I'm busy all day. No, that's not what I want to hear. I want to say, yes, I can come in now. Yeah, I'm impatient. So yeah. I think the app is a great idea. And I think that the businesses need to understand that. Like, it's a great app for new businesses too.
Yeah. Well, what's cool about it is like if you're a plumber or a yard guy or a dog walker, we're looking for dog walkers, we're looking for house cleaning people. As the provider, they can toggle their button, I'm available or I'm not available, or they can put their schedule in for the week on the back end. So it's really nice, especially, for the stylist too. Sometimes you might be a busy stylist, but then you have a 2 or 3 hour color cancellation. And now you're sitting there with 3 hours with nothing to do. Now stylists can toggle their button, I'm available. Or I don't know about you guys, but you know how you'll be out on a night and everybody wants to get a tattoo and you're looking for a tattoo artist. Now you can go to your app and be like, I want a tattoo right now. And there's somebody that's a good tattoo artist that just had a big cancellation that would probably love to do your tattoo. But
right,
before you would have to go to Facebook and put, does anybody know who can do a tattoo? 30 people comment, and you still have to decide who you're going to go to. Now you can go to one place and find everything that you're looking for right now.
No, it's great. And I'm talking about, I haven't done it, but we really need to do a story on it to maybe that way it explains more to people and they can read about what all, the Right Now app is about and stuff like that. So we'll definitely do that. And I appreciate you. You've always supported me. And I'm talking about, we were just talking about this, about networking. Like, you and I believe in networking. Yes. I will network with anyone. Paula Watson. What are you doing, Paula? I love Paula. She is one of the hairstylists at Steel Magnolias. And she always filters that filter out all the bad stuff. That really works. I did swap to a vitamin C filter and it didn't do the same. And another thing about the shower heads with these filters for well water, you always feel like with the regular shower head that doesn't have these filters, you feel like this, slimy on you. Yeah. This takes care of all that. You don't have that. And then also, washing my hair in cold water so it doesn't frizz out more. There's so many things that she's taught me. And every product, I always go, Paula, what do you use that product for? And she tells me and explains it. I have every product that she uses on my hair to T, down to the flat iron. I even bought the same flat iron as Paula. So it's like,
well, Paula's very good about, educating her clients on product and what the product does for their hair. And so she's really good at that.
Yeah. So my Baby Bliss flat iron, I love it. Yeah. But I have every product that she uses on my hair. She tells me what it's for. I use it and I love it. And that's what I love about your salon, because your people are very informed. And I said it earlier to you, I've been there for a few years and one thing about going to salons, like it's almost like nails place. You go in there and then you find someone that does your nails really good and you go back and they're gone. There's nothing worse. And it's like your people are happy. They're happy at your salon. And that comes from leadership. If they're not happy with leadership, they would be out that door. So
I think they stay because I'm always getting them presents when I'm away.
Paula, did you hear that?
Paula knows. I bring them presents.
Is Wendy Haynes your mother?
Yes, that's my beautiful mom that wasn't going to open the first location with me that I was talking about until I came up with the half the money.
I'm kind of like, I've only known you for a few years, and I can tell you when you tell me something, I believe you. So I'm kind of shocked that Mom didn't think you were going to come up with the money, because it's like you have this thing about you in your eyes that when you say it, yes, you're going to do it. Like, that you're very sincere.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I say I'm going to do something, there's typically nothing that can stop me. So pretty much everyone knows that whether it works out or not, I'm going to try it.
Right.
And I think my mom probably thought that because I was young, but she raised me so well. And, my mom was always there for me and always helped me. But my mom was not just, if I borrowed money from her, it was write me a check so I can cash it on Friday. It was no just hand me out.
Handout, yeah.
She's
that's how it should be.
Always been a fantastic mother, like literally my best friend.
Aw, that's so sweet. Like, did you ever see yourself doing anything else, or did you always know that you're going to do hair? Did you ever want to be
My mom didn't want me to do hair. She actually discouraged me to do hair, and she really wanted me to go to college, like almost made me go to college, really. And she was so afraid that I wouldn't go to college that she made me go to college. Like I graduated in June and she made me like go to summer B, like not even give me any time off.
Wow.
And so I went to college for 2 years. I'm like 4 credits away from an AA that I never got. And I remember someone telling me, I actually went to college to be a school teacher. And somebody said, if you're going to have kids, don't be a school teacher because you're with kids all day and then you got to go home to kids.
Oh
so I felt like maybe it was my excuse to quit. So I quit quit going to college and went to cosmetology school instead. And obviously, besides doing the very few people that I don't really do hair anymore because I also own the matchmaking company.
I know,
for single men and women, and you can be my dentist for free.
Oh my gosh, that's huge. I could talk to you for hours because you are an amazing woman and you do have like so many things going on. But yes, you are a matchmaker. You've given me advice on how to keep things spiced up. I want to have you back. So we're going to I want to talk to you about the matchmaking stuff and just singles and how to reignite,
we'll have to do a whole nother podcast for that.
And we need to go over to my menopausal maniacs because we're uncensored over there.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about that because I love my husband very much. He loves me, but we get so caught up in work. And a friend of mine said, Scarlett, you guys got to start going out and date. And you brought up something great the other day, your game that you played going all the way down. And I thought about that last night. Yeah. In fact, I was laying in bed last night and I was thinking, wow, what kind of places could we go to and do that? And I loved you said, hit every place down like you were on 41. And every little place.
Places. We went to just any place that we had not been before, and date nights are extremely.
And you set rules, and one of your rules were you can only order an appetizer at the place, and then you have to move on to the next place. And I was thinking about that last night, what a brilliant idea that you gave me. And I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's going to be on 40. It probably is going to be on 41 because everything's on 41. But I'm going to do something like that because I'm telling. We just need to. We need to put work aside. I love that you don't take the rule is that you can't take your phone in with you because I'm guilty of it. My husband never picks up his phone. I've constantly got my phone with me. It doesn't matter if it's on vibrate or it's ringing. The phone lives with me. It sleeps under my pillow at night. So yes, there's a lot of things. So I look forward. Thank you for coming on tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions that maybe you thought about, you didn't ask, you can always make your comments still on the podcast after it's closed, and I will go back and review them and make sure that Michelle gets any questions that you have. And like I said, join us back next week for her Right Now app. It will be next Thursday that we're going to talk about that. And then hopefully I'm going to get her into our private group over there, the Menopausal Maniacs, and talk about spicing up some love stuff. It doesn't matter how old we are or how long we've been married, right? You can always spice up things.
No, it does not matter.
Yes. So I really appreciate it. Anything else you want to go over, Michelle, before we go?
No, but
I love you, Paula.
I will tell you that my daughter does date coaching as well. My daughter, Bailey Ruiz, joined my matchmaking company, and she's made such a huge impact the last few months. So we're collaborating and doing a lot more things. I told you about a singles trip that we're going to host.
Yes.
For single men and women.
I think that's awesome.
We're going to do a singles trip for women over 50 who want to travel and who are single and want to travel with like-minded women. So we have a lot of great things. Maybe I'll have Bailey join me for our podcast for the matchmaking.
Yeah, please do. I'm talking about, and you know, anytime you think of things, always reach out to me because I'm still, you know, and we're still, you know, it's tough trying to get people to come in and, you know, take time. And a lot of people think like they have to go somewhere. And it's like, you don't have to go anywhere. You can be at your home. All you have to do is have a cell phone, and you don't even have to have a computer. Every cell phone has a camera. So I really appreciate it. And like I said, I just love Steel Magnolias. And if anyone is in Southwest Florida and you are looking for a stylist, great stylist, a great place just to be, a great group of women. They style men, they style women, you know, they cut great men's hair. And I've heard great stories out of men too. So, you know, come by Steel Magnolias off of Palm Beach Boulevard next to the Publix in the Veranda Shopping Center and check them out.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Don't go anywhere. Just hang out. I'm going to end this and then talk to you for a moment. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. And happy 4th of July.